Gentlemen, imagine you've caught the eye of the woman of your dreams. A glance transforms into a conversation into a date, and before you know it, you're head over heels. But alas, just as you're about to pop the champagne and celebrate your romantic victory, you unwittingly commit one fatal error and she's gone, vanished, poof. Today we're revealing the top 10 blunders that turn women off, even if they originally fancied you. Now picture this. You're in your favorite suit, ready for a night out. You've got your charm turned up to 11 and you're feeling like $1,000,000. But then, you commit blunder number 1. Oh, the horror. You might as well have shown up in a clown suit. That's how fast you'll see her interest in you deflate like a sad, discarded balloon. But what could this dreadful blunder be? Ah, patience, gentlemen, patience. We're building up the suspense here. We'll reveal the number 1 blunder soon enough. But for now, let's just say it's something you've probably done without even realizing it. It's that sneaky. And it's not just about the number 1 blunder. Oh no, there are 10 of them. 10 unforgivable dating faux pas that could send your love life spiraling into the abyss. From being an overbearing macho man to a needy clinger, from being a bad listener to a cheap Charlie, from having a wandering eye to being the silent type, from being a neglectful partner to an unhygienic slob, we're covering them all. So buckle up, gentlemen. This is going to be a wild ride through the treacherous terrain of dating blunders, and trust me, you don't want to be caught unprepared. After all, knowledge is power, and in this case it just might be the power to keep your dream woman from slipping through your fingers. Are you guilty of these blunders? Are you unknowingly sabotaging your own love life? Well, you'll have to stay tuned to find out, because we're about to dive in one blunder at a time, so grab your popcorn and get ready for some truth bombs. It's time to step up your dating game. Before we even get into the first fatal mistake, I want to take a moment to ask you, do you want to bypass a woman's logic and learn the secret language that makes any woman feel an uncontrollable obsession over you? We're talking about hacking her mind to seduce her with complete stealth. Click the first link you see in the description below. This is based on advanced Harvard psychology research. This is cheating, but we want you to have the best advantage possible. If you do, click the link now. At number 10 we have the overbearing macho man. You know him, the one who mistakes arrogance for confidence. Ah yes, the classic case of the overbearing macho man. He's the guy who struts into a room, chest puffed out, and expects every woman to swoon. Instead of impressing with genuine confidence, he tries to dominate conversations, often interrupting others and disregarding their opinions. You've seen him, right? He's the one who's quick to brag about his achievements, his car, his job, or his gym routine, thinking this will win him points. But here's the thing, fellas, arrogance is not confidence. Confidence is quiet, it doesn't need to be loud. It's about being comfortable in your own skin without feeling the need to belittle others or constantly prove your worth. Confidence is knowing what you bring to the table and letting it speak for itself. So gentlemen, dial down the arrogance and turn up the confidence. Remember, confidence is sexy, arrogance is not. Moving on to number 9, we have the needy clinger. The guy who needs constant validation and attention. You know the type, right? The guy who sends 20 texts in a row asking, "Do you like me? Do you really like me? Are you sure you like me?" It's like they're running for most annoying partner of the year or something. Look, everyone enjoys a little attention, but when it becomes a full-time job just to reassure you, it's a tad too much. Independence and self-assurance are key in a relationship, so instead of clinging like a koala on a eucalyptus tree, try standing on your own 2 feet. Trust me, it's much less stressful and a lot more attractive. And remember, confidence is appealing, desperation is, well, it's just not. So let's leave the constant need for validation in kindergarten where it belongs, alright? Ladies love a man who can stand on his own 2 feet. Coming in at number 8, we have the bad listener. The guy who only hears what he wants to hear. Yeah, you know the type. The one who nods along to your stories, but really he's just waiting for his turn to speak. He's the guy who can't remember your dog's name but can recite the entire roster of his favorite sports team. Active listening, gentlemen, is not just about being quiet while she talks. It's about engaging, responding, and showing that you genuinely value what she's saying. Remember that time she mentioned her favorite band? Surprise her with their latest album. Remember her telling you about that book she's been dying to read? Surprise her with a copy. This isn't rocket science, fellas. Just listen, really listen. You'd be amazed at how far a little attentiveness goes. It's the little things that make a big difference. So listen up, guys. She wants to be heard. At number 7, we have the cheap Charlie. The guy who never reaches for his wallet. Now, we're not saying you need to splurge on every date or buy lavish gifts. But fellas, showing a bit of generosity goes a long way. It's not about the cash, it's about the thought. Picking up the tab once in a while or surprising her with her favorite candy bar, these small gestures show you care. Picture this. You're out for dinner, the check arrives, and you start breaking into a cold sweat. You're frantically doing the math, trying to split the bill down to the last cent. Guys, this isn't a high school math test, it's a date. And trust me, nothing kills the mood faster than you nitpicking over pennies. So here's a tip. Next time, reach for your wallet before she does. Show her that you're not just interested in her but also in making her feel special. Remember, generosity is always attractive. At number 6, we have the wandering eye, the guy who can't keep his eyes to himself. Now, imagine this. You're with a lady, a fine one at that, and you're at a restaurant. The waiter, a gorgeous woman, comes over to take your order. Without a second thought, your eyes wander off. From her eyes to her hair and then the curve of her waist. Oh boy, you're in for a surprise. Because the lady you're with, she's noticed, and you've just lost some serious brownie points. Respect and loyalty, my friends, are like the secret sauce of a relationship. They spice things up and keep the connection alive. It's like keeping your eyes on a delicious burger and not the salad. You don't want the salad, do you? Remember, it's not about pretending. It's about showing genuine interest and respect. So the next time you're in a similar situation, keep a leash on that wandering eye of yours. Keep your eyes on the prize, gentlemen. At number 5, we have the silent type, the guy who doesn't communicate. Now, gentlemen, we've all heard of the strong silent type, right? The stoic figure who says little but means a lot. But let's get one thing straight here. This isn't a black and white film and you're not Humphrey Bogart. Being the silent type in a relationship is akin to being a mime in a singing contest. You're not going to win any points. It's all about open and honest communication. Women like to know where they stand. They appreciate a good chat, a bit of banter, and even the occasional heart-to-heart. Just imagine you're on a date and you're as silent as a library during finals week. That's not mysterious, that's just awkward. So if you've been playing the silent card, it's time to shuffle the deck. Start talking, start sharing, and start connecting. Remember, communication is key. At number 4, we have the neglectful partner, the guy who forgets to prioritize his woman. Now, if you're planning to be the next Casanova, you've got to remember the golden rule. Never take your partner for granted. Imagine, you're out on a date, and you're more engrossed in your phone than in her. That's a surefire way to land yourself in the doghouse, my friend. Remember, ladies are not just looking for a partner, they're looking for their very own superstar who makes them feel like they're walking the red carpet every day. It's not about grand gestures or expensive gifts, it's about those small things that show you care. A surprise call in the middle of the day, remembering her favorite dessert, or simply asking how her day was. Neglect may not seem like a big deal to you, but for her, it's as inviting as a root canal. So gentlemen, remember to make your lady feel like she's the queen of your world. Ladies love a man who makes them feel special. At number 3, we have the unhygienic slob, the guy who neglects his personal hygiene. Imagine this, you've got the charm, the looks, and the wit. You're almost the perfect package. But wait, what's that smell? Oh no, it's you. Yes, gents, we're talking about the unhygienic slob here. The guy who thinks showering is optional and deodorant is a conspiracy. Now let's get real. No one, and I mean no one, wants to cuddle up with a walking biohazard. It's time to invest in a toothbrush, some soap, and maybe a good cologne. Don't believe me? Picture this. You're on a date, things are going well, and then suddenly she leans in, her face scrunches up, and she recoils. Ouch! That's not the kind of impression you want to leave. So do yourself a favor, clean up your act. Trust me, it's much easier to find love when you're not repelling it with body odor. Remember, cleanliness is next to godliness. And finally, at number 1, we have the ultimate deal breaker, the guy who disrespects her. Now gentlemen, the reddest of all red flags, the deal breaker of all deal breakers, the one that leaves no room for negotiation. It's disrespect. Nothing dries up affection faster than a dismissive attitude or a condescending tone. Why, you ask? Because it's simply not cool. Picture this, you're at a fancy restaurant and the waiter spills a bit of wine on your table. Do you A, laugh it off, or B, berate him to the point of tears? If you picked B, then congratulations, you've just won the award for ultimate deal breaker. You see, how you treat others, especially when you believe no one is watching, is a direct reflection of your character. And trust me, she's always watching. A man who is respectful and kind is like a magnet. It's irresistible. So here's a tip. Respect her, gentlemen. It's the ultimate turn-on. So there you have it, gentlemen. The top 10 blunders that turn women off. Let's do a quick rewind. First, we talked about those unforgivable dating blunders, the ones that make her run for the hills. Then, we touched on the overbearing macho man, Not a good look, guys. Next, we discussed the needy clinger, the bad listener, and the cheap Charlie. Not a single one of them is appealing. We also talked about the wandering eye, the silent type, and the neglectful partner. Remember, all of these can be deal breakers. And let's not forget the unhygienic slob yuck. And the ultimate deal breaker? Well, that's a secret you'll have to discover for yourself. The bottom line is respect, communication, and effort. These are the keys to a woman's heart. And remember, it's not just about not turning her off, it's about turning her on. Avoid these blunders, gentlemen, and you'll be well on your way to winning her heart. Well, there you go, gentlemen. Hope you found value in this video. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and save this video. If you have a strategy that you think that we should know about, go ahead and leave it in the comments so our community can learn, grow, and take advantage of the information. If you want access to the secret weapon in making any woman uncontrollably obsessed with you, click the link below to access the course. See you in our next video.